Controversy Knowles, as you know, and
I am Urban Simpson, no G, from Altamont Springs, just right down the road. Y'all know.
exactly, exactly. We are so excited to be back. I know it's been a little while since you all have seen us, but we are back and we are better and we ready. So let's go. Listen, if you're at home, if you're watching us on the live stream off of Rod Love's page, please feel free to reach out to us. We're going to talk about a couple great topics tonight. The number to come to reach out to us is 407 921 6195. Again, that's 407 921 6195. Okay? We are Real Talk Conversations. Tonight, we have a couple of really, I think they're really great topics that we want to delve into. We also want to let you know before the evening is out, we're going to let you know that we are back live out in the general community. We will be airing our first live show at Hicks Seafood. That's in Apopka. Hicks Seafood is located at 60 East Main Street in Apopka, Florida. We will be there March 20th. March 20th, 8 p.m. We want to see you, and you in the building. We promise you we're going to have a great time.
Come and get you a good drink, eat some good
Amazing
food. Listen,
food.
They
Wow.
got some good food.
The
If,
food
if
is
you don't even
amazing.
have to wait till the third Thursday of the month, just go check Hicks Seafood out in
Absolutely.
Apopka. Good food, good drink, good environment. You're going to have a good time, I promise you.
Absolutely. So we're just going to jump right into it. We got all the major business out of the way. We want to again thank Let's Talk Nation again for having us on their platform. We are so appreciative. There's so much gratitude in our hearts for always welcoming us back with open arms. So we're going to go ahead and jump into our first topic. I'll let my co-host take it away.
Y'all see how she do me. I try to advise her to let her go first and kind of warm up and
we're going to put him to work sometime.
kind of work our way into this. But and you see, I'm kind of casual tonight in my Omega Psi Phi gear. I've been doing a lot today. It's been a busy day mentoring the young men. So I didn't get the memo to dress up. Well, I didn't have enough time because y'all always say I'm running late. But I'll be on time, but I'll be running late.
Always. But that's okay.
I be trying though. I be trying.
You were out for a good cause today, so
That's
you
right.
definitely get a pass.
That's right. That's right. Okay, we're gonna jump into it. And this is the first question we got. And I read this question. I had to read this question probably the last 2 minutes so I can understand it because I had a totally different perspective of what I read. So now I have to read stuff a couple of times to get an understanding and not be ready to respond.
Right.
So I'm gonna read the question and then we'll jump into this. Okay, here we go. Considering being Black History Month, who do you think has been more instrumental in pushing the revolution forward, our generation or the generations of our children, and why?
You got it? So what do you think, Irvin? Who do you think has been more influential, with just being advocates and who are out and mixing in the community and trying to, push forward change in our community? What do you think? Has it been us or has it been our younger generations, our millennials, our Gen Zs, and etc.?
I mean, that's a tricky question, and the way I'm gonna respond to the question and not what Urban thinks, just to the question, I'll have to say our school teachers and mentors. I'm not a school teacher, but I'm a mentor.
Right.
And regardless of where I'm at or what platform I'm in, and I'm around young folks every day. And being that it's Black History Month, we try to relate how to solve today's issues with some of our past heroes or past historians of how things were dealt with in the past in the Black community.
Right.
So I would definitely have to say our school teachers, but we know that it's starting to become under attack. They can't even teach Black history.
Right.
So we have to be careful
Great
what we
point.
say and what we're teaching them in school. So then I'll have to go with mentors, because when I'm mentoring, I'm gonna use myself as an
you're
example.
a huge mentor in the community.
I
We
can
thank you.
and
We thank you for your service.
and you know
Literally,
what?
that's service to the community.
And you know what? I do it wholeheartedly, and this is my passion in mentoring young folks, and I don't try to create other scenarios. I try to create examples of myself and my history of what I've dealt with in the past to try to I can relate to how to help these young folks solve their problems.
Right.
And this generation to me, this younger generation to me, they are dealing with a lot different in the black
Right.
community.
The dynamics are very different based
Very
on
different.
when we grew up versus them growing up.
Correct.
Yeah.
And I can only say, when I'm saying to answer the question would be school teachers and mentors, we got to remember what necessarily worked for us back in the 60s and 70s when we're trying to continue to push this revolution and make these young folks understand the importance of Black History Month, the
Right.
importance of voting, the importance of the color of your skin and who you are.
And being proud of the
You-
color of your skin.
Exactly.
Yes.
You got to be able to understand who you're talking to, so these
Yeah.
kids can relate to the answer that you're trying to give them.
Absolutely.
If that makes sense.
It makes sense. It definitely makes sense. Yeah, I do feel like, whereas we in our generation and we were growing up, we would probably say it was the Martin Luther Kings, the Malcolm X's, those visionaries of our, when we were young kids. We were young kids when they were our visionaries. But today things have changed so much with the internet. Children today get so much information from so many other places.
Correct. I
Like
agree.
we didn't
I
have
agree.
that information funneled to us in the way that they do today. It's accessible. All you got to do is Google something and you can go down the rabbit hole on, information.
Correct.
So that
Correct.
said, I think that if I just had to decide, or I had to speak for or think of what my kids would say, because I have a millennial and I have a Gen Z, I would think that they would probably, I don't even know if they would go as deep as the Malcolm X's or the Martin Luther Kings, as much as they would be like the people that are in they're in their immediate community. Very much like you said, like
Correct.
your mentors, your teachers, your mother, your fathers, if they're there in the home and they're they're there.
Correct.
So I just think that it probably would be a lot different from what our answers would be versus, the younger generation. So if you all out there who's listening, if you have your millennials at home or your Gen Zs at home, let them call in. Have them call in. Implore them to call in so that we can get it from them rather than us have to try and figure out what we think they might feel or what we think they might say. Because we really want to hear from them. This is their moment.
And one of the things I'll share with some of my mentors, the young men, one of the things that they can relate to is, and majority of them, when we're talking, they can relate to the football coach.
That's true. They're a huge mentor.
They can relate to the football coach in so many ways, because the football coach treats them just like that's one of my children.
Yeah.
I'm going to scold you when you're doing wrong. I'm going to hug you and embrace you when you're doing good. I'm going to pat you on the back. I'm going to pull you off to the side. So most of my young men, they relate to the football coach or the basketball coach. And not to add salt about anything, because it's a known fact that I see that the black man is missing in households.
Unfortunately.
However, there are some more urban Simpsons out there that don't mind giving up their time being father figures, being friends, being mentors to some of these young black men that just want to have a conversation.
Right.
And you'll be amazed, and it's so funny. Sometimes when I think I'm mentoring to a young man and I'm feeding him something, their
You end up
reactions,
getting something.
yeah,
You end up getting something out of
their
it. Yeah.
actions and their answers back to me make me think like,
I never thought about that.
yeah, right.
Yeah. Because
Right.
it's from their perspective.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it from
Yeah.
my perspective,
Yeah.
but when I can listen and I understand from their
through
perspective,
the lens of their young eyes.
and we compare notes and put it together, man,
Yeah.
I get out of it just as much. They
Absolutely.
don't. My insides, my poker face stay on, but my insides be happy.
Okay.
I promise. I promise.
I can't imagine. I'm sure that it's very rewarding to be a mentor. I've not had the opportunity to get out in the community and be a mentor in that respect. But I can only imagine how rewarding it is.
Oh, we got to call him. We got to call him.
Sounds like we got a caller. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, good evening. I hear your show, great show, but also let me ask the question.
Okay.
And I'm one of those old timers. I remember the role models being Ali and Jim Brown.
Okay.
So you got these youngsters today. Who are the role models today? Is it the LeBron James? You know, give me some leeway. Who are some of these youngsters for these Generation Z and Generation X?
You know, and that's a very good question. I mean, if we all, I'm sure most of us watched the Super Bowl.
Correct.
Kendrick Lamar is rating high right now on the inspirational
Correct.
figures of today because he is such, even though he's a rapper, he is such, he's an activist. That's
Correct.
really what he is.
Correct.
He gets activism out through his rap. And so he is being held in high regard, always has been, but now that he's been on that level of a platform, now you can listen, he's being streamed worldwide, everywhere.
Correct.
In the white communities, the black communities, no matter what, everybody is doing their research on Kendrick Lamar and they're going back and listening to his old stuff. So I'm sure that a lot of young people today look up to him because he's pushing the revolution forward. He even used that term in his Super Bowl moment. He said, you know, that you are about to witness the revolution. So yeah,
That was a good one. That was
Yes,
a good
it
one.
was.
That was a good one.
Inspiration is a great thing.
yes, it is.
But then narrow it down for us. Inspiration for what? Is it going to be inspirational that's going to be moving community, moving people, or is it just to sell a product?
Well,
Thank you for your time.
yeah, that's true. I would say
I would say both.
more importantly, I think the inspiration should be to move the needle in the right direction
And
for
have
equality.
strike a conversation.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
For
yeah,
us
yeah.
to be seen equal.
Right.
You know, I know that we've come a long way, but we got so much further to go.
And let's be honest. Using Kendrick Lamar as an example, he was able to deliver a powerful message
Absolutely.
to the masses and didn't have to curse
Yeah.
to do it. Although everybody, or I'm not gonna say everybody, a vast majority know that there's a beef or there's a rip between him and Drake.
Right. That
He-
wasn't really the focal point.
Right. He was even still, he was able to get a jab in and still educate us
Yes.
and educate America with his message.
Absolutely.
And if you didn't get it,
All you gotta do is go to TikTok. TikTok broke it
Listen,
down for you. If you didn't
I
understand,
had to go back and watch it 2 or 3 times.
I had to.
I didn't even know
I
Serena,
was
I didn't even know
actually
Serena
taking
Williams
notes.
was even in it.
I had to take notes. I went to TikTok because my daughter implored me to go to TikTok, get all the valid points, and then I went back and I was like, oh my God, I didn't even catch that he said that or he did this. Oh, we got another call.
Oh, we got another caller. Oh, we hot tonight. And we glad. We appreciate y'all. Good evening. How can we help you?
This Ray, I'm from the same generation as this gentleman that called before,
Uh-huh.
and I don't see what he did though. What Kendrick Lamar did? Did he tell us something new?
Well, no, he didn't tell us something new.
Okay, but here's the thing. To me now, because I see all this hype about it, and it was a nothing burger because a moment is not a movement. Okay, a moment is not a movement. It was a moment, but every racist in America, they know that they're racist. The history is well documented on the things that he talked about. So what did he inspire? Because if it was an issue about learning something, I don't see what was learned. I don't see anything coming out of it. Our community, our organizations forming because of his performance. Are we having dialogue beyond the usual white people do this, white people do that? I mean, it was okay, but it was a performance. it wasn't any ground shattering, transformative moment to me.
I think what you have to do is go back and take a look at it and take some notes. And I think you would do yourself an injustice. And the only way that you can feel the way you feel that you have not went on TikTok and looked at the number one message ever at a Super Bowl performance ever in history.
But
Out there, hold on.
Here's my point, sir. Here's my point, sir. What did he tell white people that they didn't already know?
He didn't have to tell white people. It wasn't his message. Wasn't just to white people. That's the whole point. I guarantee you something about what white people learn.
Well, here's the
That you
thing.
can get a message across, and he didn't have the curse to do none of that.
Did you not know something about the subject he was talking about? You knew something, right?
Well, here's the thing. I think that where it made the difference is that it empowered young people to speak your piece. Don't be hushed up. Don't play nice. Get out there and put your message out to the masses. And that's what he did. He took that moment and he didn't make it about himself. He made it about his people, black people, people of color. He made the message that we have a voice and they're not going to tell us when it's appropriate for us to have these conversations. He put it on a national, worldwide platform. So it went out to people who probably were none the wiser. Do you know that there's a lot of white people that don't realize how racist other white people are? They don't get it. But it's when they go back and they do this research.
Correct.
By somebody putting it on notice and putting it out there on such a wide platform, it implores you to go back and do research. And then they're like, oh my God, I didn't realize. You know what I'm saying? So I think that it was extremely influential. I feel like it empowered a lot of young people because they are far more bold than we are from our generation.
Correct.
They're bold. They will
Correct.
take that message
Correct.
and then they will incorporate that in what they do and in their businesses because we live in a world where these young people are entrepreneurs. They have reach beyond what we've had when we were, when we were in the workplace and if we're still in the workplace. So I think that there was a powerful message.
Wait, I'm older than you, and trust me, I raised purity hell. I didn't give a damn about them being white.
Mm-hmm.
That was not my agenda, and I know a lot of people my age that did. We did not just roll over. I was in the first classes of segregation,
Right.
Desegregation. So I can tell you now that that's not the way it rolled off. Because I was in the second year of integration at Evans High School.
Wow.
And we did not play the damn radio.
So
Period.
what about your behavior or what about whatever you did in that day? What made it inspirational? You said that you didn't play the radio, so what was it that you and your...
We can't go here, and we went there.
Okay.
We did not allow anybody to continue to subjugate us.
Right.
And we stood up for ourselves. If we had to get in groups to do it, we did it.
Right.
So it's not a thing of this is new. My point is this. I'm not knocking the young man. What I'm saying is it was entertainment, nothing more.
I'm gonna have to agree to disagree with you on that.
I'm gonna disagree.
I probably can bring you back 10 brothers and sisters that will talk on that conscious level way more than he did.
Right.
Then you tell me then, since that's your comment.
We need to
and
have
that's how
them
you
at
feel,
Real Talk then.
Who can you say could have came and been on the Super Bowl? Don't change the narrative. Don't change the platform. That could have came on and did the Super Bowl that is seen worldwide. It was the largest viewed event ever.
I get that.
Tell me
because
who.
It was what?
Tell me who could have done those
what?
numbers. Who else did those
What
numbers?
did he do? He entertained.
He entertained,
No, but
correct, but he had a message in his entertainment.
Yes, he sent a message
And that's
out
fine.
that needed to be
But people
worldwide
are
televised.
treating it like he launched the next civil rights movement.
No, that's not what he did, because that's what people that's the narrative that people keep putting out. He didn't launch
when
no
I see
movement.
when I see narratives on TikTok and they talk about the symbolism of this and the symbolism of that and everything, again, I'm not saying that it wasn't appropriate. Y'all are missing what I'm saying. I know I've lived long enough to know that it was a moment and not a movement.
Okay, then why would you feel the same way? Would you feel the same way with the Beyonce? Would
now
you?
next year we were talking about, man, remember last year Kennedy did this, but what's the byproduct? What's the outcome?
Why are you so hard on this one? Let me ask you this. Why are you so hard on this Super Bowl performance? We agreed. It was the largest scene ever. What's the difference in what Kendrick Lamar did? I can tell you the performances and the different pieces that he did by sending a different message.
No, see you.
What did Beyonce do?
Have to wrap it up.
What did Michael Jackson do?
Listen.
What did any of the rest of them do?
But you're missing my point. You think I'm trying to? I think you're trying to. I'm trying to diss him. I'm not trying to diss him. What I'm trying to do is reel back the expectation of what went on, because people are over symbolizing what went on. Because my thing is, Beyonce went up there to do what? Entertain.
Correct.
Well, I think that the difference between him and Beyonce is he sent out a message for a call to move, a call to move differently. It was definitely different. It was definitely different. Yeah, it was definitely different.
He definitely did more than perform and entertain.
He put out a call to action. Now it's up to us. Okay. I guess he didn't want to hear that. But anyway, I do feel that there is a glaring difference between any other Super Bowl halftime versus his.
But why put the stigma and say, well, everybody's saying it was a great performance, and some people didn't like it. So I get both sides.
Right.
But why put the expectations for his performance to say, well, did it start a movement? Beyonce and Michael Jackson didn't start a movement.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
How
exactly.
If it was just performance, it was just performance.
He did what he was supposed to do with the moment in time that he had on that level of a platform.
Correct.
He did exactly
Correct.
what he should have did if he's an activist.
Correct.
And he is trying to push the
Correct.
revolution forward.
And the difference is, and what people did, if you watched it once, it was just entertainment.
Yeah.
If you went back and watched it 4 or 5 times and took notes, you'll be like, wow,
you'll be blown
I missed
away.
that. That was a message to so-and-so. Serena Williams being in
so many pieces
was a whole nother piece in it.
That was a whole nother piece.
The flag.
The whole Wimbledon
the
thing when they
flag.
tried to make her feel some type of way because she did the crip walk.
Correct.
Yeah.
Are we going to commercial break?
I think we do need to take a commercial break. Listen, if you want to get in contact with us, call us at 407-921-6195. Again, we're doing this because we want you to be in the building next month, March 20th, 8 p.m. at Hicks Seafood. That's in Apopka. I'm going to give you the address one more time. It's Hicks Seafood at 60 East Main Street in Apopka. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we're going to be back with another hot topic.
5 minutes. Don't go nowhere.
Daybreak iFix. Mercedes-Benz, BMWs, Jaguars and Porsche. Joe's Quality Auto Repair. I specialize in European cars. Daybreak iFix at Joe's European Quality Auto Repair. Located at 1240 State Road 436 in Altamont Springs. Daybreak iFix. Call me, mention Let's Talk Nation and bring your certified dealership repair quote. And I beat by 30%. Remember, Daybreak iFix. Call me at Joe's European Quality Auto Repair at 407-409-6040. Again, 407-409-6040. After Daybreak iFix. Joe's European Quality Auto Repair.
Welcome back. Welcome back. We're back.
Dang, we went away. I thought you said 5 minutes. He went 2 minutes.
Hey.
30
We
seconds.
don't. Look, we got to pay the bills.
Let's go.
We got to pay the bills.
We with it. Let's
So
go.
we're going to change directions, and we're going to go with a topic that is more aligned with what we normally do at Real Talk, controversially. So the next topic is going to be cohabitation today. So let me break that word down, cohabitation. I don't necessarily mean that it's just people who are shacking up, no judgment, but that means anybody who is living under the same roof that are intimate with the other person, okay? So that covers all aspects of relationships. That in mind, cohabitation today, is it by choice or by force? What you got?
I told y'all. I tried to get her to go first. And start off easy.
Okay.
Now cohabitation, by choice or by force?
And let me okay, so let me give you my take on it. Excuse me. I speak to a lot of people, just indirectly having conversations, and I know that a lot of people are in relationship, whether that be marriage or otherwise, that a lot of them are there because they can't afford to not be there. And I don't mean they're worried about paying alimony or any of those things. I mean literally, in this economy, they cannot afford to live without that other person's income. So they're essentially stuck in that relationship, at least for now, economically. And so that's the root of the topic. Are you cohabitating by choice or by force?
Well, let me give. I'm gonna give a good example. Okay, let's say for instance, we start dating, and let's say for instance we're dating. We have separate households or homes separately, and we date a year.
Okay.
Everything is going great. So then we say, well, we're gonna take this to the next level, and we probably get married. So the marriage is on the table.
Okay.
So I would like for us to move in together.
Absolutely.
So we can. You might snore. I don't like snoring. I'm saying I sleep like a baby. I'm just telling you.
You
Right,
don't snore?
Shan? No, I don't snore.
Okay, I'm gonna have to
I
ask-
sleep
I'm
like
gonna
I
have
sleep
to
like a
ask your
baby.
fiance
Shan ain't gonna
about
say I
that.
sleep like a baby,
Okay, that's
but
what's
you
up.
might be a snorer. And so we want to see how compatible we are, and we decide to move in together.
Okay. That's fair, and that's fair.
So that's the choice side.
Yeah.
Well, I got some homeboys.
That's what we want to hear.
If they listen, they know who I'm talking to. They know who I'm talking to. Now, I'm gonna let my baby mama move in with me because I don't want nobody else to have them. I really don't want to be fooled with them, but I don't want nobody else to have them.
Control freaks. They don't want you, just don't want nobody else to have you.
And try to handicap them.
And women do that too. Believe it or not, women, they ain't thinking about their baby daddy or their ex until they see him with somebody else. Now they 100% full force trying to get it back, but that's not the topic. But yes, there's a lot of people that are in cohabitation situations.
I just don't. I
It's
just
not
don't
for
know.
the right reasons.
I just don't think I want to be in a situation to where we both know we're here because of stuff. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
But it's sad though because
But
I
some-
think that
But if we jump out there,
if
we
I,
in
if
love.
I had to give a approximation, I think 60% of people that are living together intimately, I'd say 60%
It
are there
causes-
for other reasons
because of
other than
stuff?
they just want to be there.
You think they living together because of some stuff?
Yeah, yeah.
Are we talking marriage?
What do
or
y'all
we talking
think?
single? We talking marriage or single?
Call us 407-921-6195. 407-921-6195.
I know some of my
Again,
friends.
thank
man.
you so much, Let's Talk Nation, for having us on this platform. We will be at Hicks Seafood March 20th. They're located at 60 East Main Street in Apopka, Florida. Real Talk Conversations. It's being powered by, this is the important part, it's being powered by the B&L Brothers. They're hosting us, they're powering our conversation party that evening. So we'd love to see you in the building. It's absolutely free. That's the one thing I've been forgetting to
one
tell
thing
you.
got to tell you. Yeah.
It's absolutely free.
Not the
It's
food.
open
Oh,
to
oh.
everyone. The community, not
Not
the
the
food.
food.
The
Not the
show
drinks.
is free. The food and the
You better
drinks are not.
You better put that out there. Because they'll be saying, y'all said it was free. Y'all said it was free.
Yes.
Hey, but listen, going back to
The
the question.
entertainment is free.
Going back to this question. How do folks, and we're talking about cohabitating,
Yeah.
how you date and you living together 5-6 years, is that by force or by choice? And if you done
It can
jumped
be
out there
either
and we in
one.
love, and I get it, you
It can
jump
be
out there,
one.
you be in love,
And I
and
think
we done bought some cars and
Yeah,
moved
but I think
into a
that
house.
most people, honestly, I think that most went into it because they were in love.
How about that?
but they got stuck in it and couldn't walk away because now you're used to the standard of living of which you have become accustomed to with the two incomes.
Right.
You know, upgraded your lifestyle. And now, if you walk away, you can't afford that Benz you're driving no more by yourself. You can't afford to buy a house that looks like the house you was living in.
I sure hope some of my friends come on my phone and say, hey, Irvin, they may not come on here on Let's Talk Nation.
I'm telling you, you get used to a certain standard of living, and you like, man, I can't go back to no apartment. Not that there's anything wrong with an apartment, but I'm just saying, if you're living in a 2,000 square inch house, you don't want to. You feel like you backtracking it if you have to go back and get it, to your younger years and getting your apartment or whatever. And hey,
I think
my peace, me personally, my peace is priceless. I don't care. I have walked away from a relationship, a marriage, where I was treated like a queen in the respect of having everything that I wanted. But my peace of mind, I left it all. So
I think a woman,
it just really depends on what what's important to you. My
So-
peace of mind, my mental health is everything. I need that.
So we cohabitating. You think a woman leave easier than a man?
No, I wouldn't say that. I think more women probably stay than men. And that's just my, I don't know that to be facts, but I just feel like because, but then, we do live in a different time where women are making more than men. So
And I don't
the
think a man
roles
gonna
have
wanna
kind of
leave.
shifted a little bit. So it could be different.
I don't think a man gonna want to leave that big house. He ain't trying to leave no big house, man.
That's
no.
what I'm saying.
No,
That's
he
what I'm
ain't trying to
saying.
leave no
And
big
you
house.
you get locked in
But if
because you don't want to step down from the lifestyle.
you ain't got no foundation and you ain't got no substance of yourself, knowing who you are, you'll stick around and you will take
Yeah.
it and you will take it because you don't want to move out the big house. I don't want to give the shiny car.
I don't know.
So some people, then I'm gonna take.
I just feel
I'll
like
take a
you can
piece-
be
I'll take a
lonelier
piece.
with somebody in your bed than you are without somebody in your bed when you don't want to be there.
I don't know. I don't think too many men think like that. We'll take a piece of mind, P-I-E-C-E. We'll take a piece of mind,
can't.
P-I-E-C-E.
See, and there it is, right there.
Then
Peace.
a piece, P-E-A-C-E.
You get what he's saying.
Hey, listen,
y'all know.
man, gonna, we'll figure it
I
out.
don't know. That's a lot. for
I
me.
think the women, more so a woman.
I'm
will
gonna
say,
jump
hey,
ship if I'm not happy.
I gotta be.
And I've talked to you. I've tried to express the things that I need. I'm gonna jump ship if I feel like I'm not being heard. It's not worth anything that you can do for me materially, because I've started over before. It can be done, I don't know. But
And that peer pressure, every time your friends see you, be like, hey, y'all ain't get married yet? Y'all ain't get married yet?
there's the pressure of
And
that.
then you don't know how to answer if marriage ain't even on the table.
On the table no more
We
for
just
you.
we just
Yeah.
like roommates and we just putting on for our friends and putting on for show.
That's relevant.
Man, I don't know. I ain't listen. There's been a few times, like right now, and there's been a few times in my life that I gotta say I act right.
Yeah.
And this was when I got out in 2009, and I lived in Atlanta, and I was dating.
Got out of service.
I was dating a lady. She had a big old house. You couldn't ask me my name. No ma'am, no ham, no turkey. You're not getting me put. You're not getting me. You not
I
getting
know
me
a comfortable
No,
ass
listen,
roof
listen,
over my head when I see one.
No. You pull up next to me and tell me, hey, what's your name? Oh, with her. With her.
That's crazy.
You're not getting my name. You're not getting me put out the big house.
I wonder, so
No.
how do women, I know that because we are in a time where a lot of women are the primary breadwinners now, I wonder how women feel about that role. Do they feel a way about being the primary breadwinner? Do they feel a way about the fact that you don't know if your man is with you because he wants to be with you,
And that's both
or
sides.
because
Yeah.
he
And
wants
that-
the comfortable
and that's both-
lifestyle that you're providing him?
That's both. I think that's both
So I
sides.
wonder. I just, I love.
You know what? That's so much both sides, and then more so I think because women to me, or women are so secure in who they are.
Yeah,
They
especially
don't
once they
have
get
to
to a
be-
certain age.
soon as you say, well, you don't make more than me, she gonna give you 10 other reasons why she feels who she is and what she rates. She gonna give you that. But we as men, when we meet a woman, first thing we wanna do is floss. Especially if you ain't got
Tell
no
a lot
money.
of lies about what you got going on.
You ain't got no money. If you ain't got no style, you ain't got no swag, you ain't got no fancy car outside, no fancy clothes. What else can you talk about? How you gonna reel it in?
Well, I don't know. I don't like a man to start off telling me about what all he has.
But if he done told you all that, and then I see that you ain't feeling me, the only thing left, I gotta throw that Scud missile in there. I make 6 figures.
Yeah, because that doesn't move me though. It doesn't.
And she'll be
It
like,
doesn't move
really?
me.
How far deep 6 figures do we going? And what
Are
we
we
doing
talking about
with
the top of 6 figures, or we talking about
See what I'm saying?
almost
Yeah, right.
about to get
Right,
into
right.
7 figures?
Right. Right. Because I guarantee it, a man meet a woman, she say, start off the conversation, well, I make 6 figures, I really don't need you.
Yeah.
That conversation gonna go a little different.
Yeah. I
'Cause
want you here,
'cause we
but
really-
I don't need you here.
Ooh.
But I think that's more of a compliment.
And see, that goes back to
I
that
want you here.
cohabitation.
I desire you here versus I need, meaning I need you financially. I need you to bring something to the table.
See that go right back into the question of the cohabitation.
Do you remember the lady that was at Real Talk before, and she brought out that point? She said she have a couple guys that she play with or whatever, she spend time with, and
Right.
she pays for this and pays for that, and she don't have no problem because she says she makes enough money, she can't take it with her if something happens to her, so she doesn't have a problem,
Cash
doing
app.
nice things.
She said
cash
cash app.
apping them if they need.
The number 2,
and they didn't
money
even not even
sign.
whether they ask or not. She just will send them, shoot them a cash app.
Money sign. The number 2,
I don't
jarhead stuff.
I have not
is
gotten
my
to that
cash
stage
app.
yet. I just that's not me. That's not
She
how
said,
I
I
move.
just said cash app just because.
I mean, I respect it.
Did she say that?
Yeah. Yeah.
I said the same thing that night.
Yeah.
I don't think Shannon got there yet. I said, the money sign. Number 2, jarhead stuff. Cash app.
Yeah.
But it
So
goes
it's-
right
it's-
back to the question.
Yeah.
That's a gut punch to me. As a man,
And I know as
I don't want no woman
men,
to tell me that.
men are so used to being, men I think almost desire to be in the role of being the primary
Absolutely.
provider.
Absolutely.
So it's not an issue for men to know that, okay, well, I got it because of the lifestyle I can provide her.
Correct.
And they're okay with that. But
Correct.
I don't know that women feel the same. I know I would feel some type of way, but I don't know. I just wonder if women feel the same way that men do. Because men don't really think about it twice. Because I know I've had someone tell me that, I make enough money. I don't care if she works at McDonald's. If she's good to me, she's sweet. You know what I'm saying? She
Right,
provides
right.
what I want in a relationship
Right.
in the way of emotional support and what have you.
Right.
I don't care. She could be at McDonald's. It doesn't matter to me. She doesn't have to bring anything to the table. Oh, that's a great point. Since we're always talking about what are you bringing to the table, most traditional men don't really care about what the woman has going on. If he's financially stable, he does not care what she has going on. Is that true?
No.
Okay, all right.
Some of my
Okay.
friends, some of my partners, they picky. They got money in their pocket, they picky.
Okay.
And they want to make sure that you don't even have to be equal. You got to be bringing something to the table. And I remember.
And what is that something to the table? What does that look like?
It means, don't try to match me dollar for dollar.
Right.
I don't want to hear that.
If you want
I
her
want
to
you to-
have something, what is that something? What is that something that you're
I
speaking
want you to say that I got a good job, I got a good career, and this
Okay.
is what I do. I'm family oriented. When you come home, since you're gonna be working more, or my schedule's a little flexible, a man want to feel supported.
Right.
We don't
Okay.
want to feel in battle.
Okay.
Even if you making more
Or in
money than the man,
competition with.
I don't want to feel like I'm in competition
Yeah.
because and I don't want to be honest, a man really don't want you to tell him that I make 6 figures, I make more money than you. Let us find out.
Yeah.
We
I
having
would never-
conversations.
yeah.
When you throw that in our face and you say, I really don't need you, I want you.
Well, no, I don't think
We
that's
ain't
a
gonna-
conversation that we necessarily need to have.
But a deadbeat
but-
like,
Yeah.
really? See what I'm saying? It depends on what type of man, what type of
Yeah.
woman we talking
I
about.
know I've said
When
it
you
in
rude,
just like if I'm sitting across the table from you and we're just having we're having a conversation over dinner, and I'll be like, well, I desire a man. I don't necessarily need a man, and what I mean in that is, I mean I'm not in that phase of my life where I need to be rescued financially. That's what I mean. I mean that I don't need you to rescue me. I ain't got no bills pending right now. I ain't gonna ask you for some money within the next 2 days. You ain't got to worry about that.
See, that's the
but I
difference.
desire you in my life, and you can possibly elevate my lifestyle.
Correct.
But that's not the reason why I'm sitting across the table from you right now.
And some
I'm sitting
men-
across
and
the
some-
table because I desire to be sitting across the
and
table.
some men will say, hey, you come across that table like that, beating your chest about something.
But
I
is
can
that really
take it.
beating your chest?
That's beating your chest,
It's
man.
saying that,
We don't
listen,
wanna
I'm not coming as a liability. In my mind,
No,
that's what I'm saying to you. So are you all receiving that differently?
I
Because
think-
that's exactly what I meant. And
Every,
what
I
just
think every
said-
man is different. Because I think some men could be like, you trying to intimidate me?
No.
Or you just try, or we just had
I'm
a
saying
conversation.
I'm not coming to the table with bills already in my purse that I'm ready to whip out and tell you I need this paid. You know what I'm saying?
So
I'm
then
coming
on-
to the table saying that
As a man,
I
as a,
want you.
As a deadbeat, you telling me you make 6 figures, and if I'm a deadbeat, I'm kind of ease back.
But
Like,
I never said
you got it like
no,
that.
But I'm saying never saying what you make, but just simply letting him know that I'm here because I desire to be here with you. I'm interested in having you in my life. I'm not across the table from you because I'm gonna have my hand out.
And
in
with
2
no
days.
expectations.
What are my expectations?
No, with no expectations. I'm here
What-
because with no expectations.
Correct.
I saw you. You my type. You look good. I just want to come over, have a conversation, sit down and talk to you. That's how it works.
Okay.
You come over there beating your chest to a man talking about, I guarantee you, the men I know, I'm only going to talk about some
Yeah.
of the close friends, it's going to come across disrespectful. Now you just boasting. You really ain't even my type. I don't even like your hairstyle. I don't even like your outfit.
Oh God.
But you make 6 figures. You think that's going to turn me
Yeah,
on?
and
It may not
it's
turn
not.
me on, but it might, my boy
Because I
sitting
know
there.
it don't move me.
Yeah,
If
my
you're
boy
not my
sitting
type,
there
you're
like,
not my type.
my
Yeah.
boy like, I ain't even got a job. You do what? He
Yeah.
dressed up.
Yeah.
But he like, you do what? Oh, what can I take you out? He gonna take you out on the amount of money that he got. Not the amount of money that you think he got.
Right.
He gonna take you on the amount of money he got.
That's funny.
I think it go both ways, man.
Yeah.
I got some funny friends. They got plenty of money, and these are the most frugal, stingy.
Yeah.
I'm like,
It's
you
a
will
lot to
never
be-
get.
it's a lot to
Why
be
have
chopped
it?
up here on
My
that.
thing. Why have all that money if I'm not gonna be able to enjoy it with somebody that I love? That
And
genuine
there is
love.
there is the root of what I'm saying is that you can have all of these things, whether you're male or female.
Correct.
But if you don't have anybody to spend it with, and you can't go on trips with your person, what does it matter? It's
Yeah.
still a lonely,
Yeah.
rich life. It's just, but you're still there by yourself.
Yeah. I
So
got a couple of them
you
like
know.
that.
Yeah.
There was a message behind the movement.
There was a message behind the
One
movie.
of them-
Amen. Okay, we getting some.
And we get some messages in.
Hey, Tammy. Hey, Lily Marie.
Lily Marie.
AKA
Lily.
Tammy.
Lily.
Hey, Mo.
That's an old soul right there with a name like Lily.
There was a message behind the movement. There absolutely, Mo.
Thank
There
you,
was
Mo.
absolutely a message behind the movement. That's what me and Irvin, we
If
sided with that.
you had to go out there and watch it 4 or 5 times, you'll see
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
You'll
If
get
you
it.
do any kind of research, go back and listen to that. Baby, it was so many nuggets in there. Ooh, it was so many nuggets in there. Kendrick Lamar absolutely did his thing.
And you know what, bro? Let me go back to something you said.
Yes.
And about the cohabitation part. I don't think there's a woman that I've met
Mm-hmm.
that I threw all my cards on the table. This is who I am. To reel
Yeah.
her in to me.
Yeah, yeah. And that's good because you
keep
should.
it so surface.
Yeah.
But some women will say, this is what I expect in a man. Pat, 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 pat. Go down the pecking order. Yeah, all he got, women, you can, this is a teachable moment.
So,
You
ahead.
go pat, 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 pat.
Yeah.
You give me the playlist of what's gonna make you happy.
Say it. Say it.
Then you gonna say, then the woman will say, now what do you bring to the table?
You already told me what to say.
I'm gonna say, hey, look, I'm just going back down the playlist
Yes.
you just gave me.
Listen,
No
friend.
tricks into this.
I get that question asked to me a lot when I'm out on a first date or I'm even just casually talking to someone. So what are you looking for? And I let the man know, listen, no offense to you, but I never actually answer that question. I feel like if we just go with the flow,
Right.
we will decide whether or not
Right.
you're that
Right.
person.
Right. Right.
But for me to give you the playbook, I know that men just morph into whatever you just told them you was looking for because they are running their own agenda.
Right.
And they're trying to get to the finish line on whatever their agenda is. So no, I'm not gonna give you the playbook. I'm just not. We too grown for that.
And
Let's just go with the flow. Let's get to know each other, and we'll be able to decide whether or not we're well suited for one another. I don't have to tell you what I'm looking for. Just show up as yourself.
correct. Correct.
Show up as yourself.
Correct. Correct.
You-
And this is the funny part. This is the funny part. For the people that know me, when I met Shan, I had no expectations. I just saw her come across my Facebook page, and I was like, "Oh, she fine."
Okay.
No expectations. So I think I stood up for a good little while, and then we finally went on a date, and we chatted so much before I saw her.
Yeah.
We kissed on the first time when we walked up and saw
Because you
each
felt
other.
like you knew her.
We felt like I
Y'all
knew
been
her.
chatting already. Yeah.
Had no expectations, didn't know nothing about her, got to know her. This is a caveat that came in growth in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people say, she don't look like nobody you ever been with. Going back to the cohabitation question.
Mm-hmm.
Can I see myself living with her, unmarried, married? And ask myself that.
Mm-hmm.
She don't look like nobody that you ever been with. She may not make as much money. And anybody that know me know the girl in Atlanta. She was a big wig and she made plenty of money.
We all had one of them in our
And-
life.
And when you
But are we still with them though?
correct, that's my whole point.
But are we still with
That's
them?
my whole point. They exes for a
Yep.
reason.
Yep.
They
Absolutely.
exes for a reason.
Absolutely.
And I went into the relationship no expectations whatsoever. I didn't say, she probably knew more about me than I knew about her.
Mm-hmm.
And by the time we connected, we were together every day. And I think, and the only reason I keep using myself as an example to anybody that know me,
Yeah.
that is the first woman that I think publicly that I was out all the time. Every time you saw me, you saw her.
Absolutely. I am a living testimony. I've known this man a lot of years.
And I tried to explain
She
to
is
her.
the only. Listen, I remember the night that you and her came into the ambulance, and me and her had been friends well before that. So
Right.
she put me to the shop. She's like, who is he? What do you got going on? I was like, he's a nice guy. Even though me and you, we done had our history with the other stuff. Not history like that. Let me be clear. No history like that. But, you know, we bumped heads before in the past long ago. But just so you know, and I'm sure she's told you, I had nothing but positive things to say about you. And I was like, no, he's a good dude. I was like, I love that for you. You know, see it through.
Right.
And who would have thought? Y'all done stood the test of time. I love that for both of y'all because y'all are both great people.
And I used to tell her all the time, I say, listen, man, I don't do this. You the first one.
Yeah, you
the first
absolutely-
one that
you're
I'm
absolutely
publicly
right.
out with everybody. And
Everybody understands
everybody
that that's
saw
your
me.
lady.
And
Yeah.
they saw her, they were like, what's
You
wrong?
good?
What's wrong? Right, right.
You good? You look, blink twice if you need help. Are you
what's
being
going
held
on, bro?
hostage?
Bro, you good? Every time I see you out, you with. And then the other haters, you ain't never
Yeah.
take me out like that.
Yeah,
This
you
one
gonna
must
get
be.
that.
This one must be special. I ain't never seen you publicly out holding
Yeah.
hands, kissing, blah
Yeah.
blah blah.
But you know
Oh,
what
my
I've
goodness.
learned, what I have learned about when you mature and you get to a certain phase and age of life, men, they're different from us as women. When a man decides that he's ready and he meets somebody that meets the expectations that he's been looking for, he done. He done with the streets. And that's just, it's literally just that quick. It's crazy. And it blows
Yeah.
our mind as women because I remember when I got married to the person whose last name I still hold, he had been with this young lady before me for 7 years. All she talked about was, well, when we gonna get, it was his high school sweetheart, when we gonna get married, when we gonna, 7 years. Met me, everything just flowed. Had an engagement ring within 4 months. Do you know how hard that lady stalked me and called my house and
I
cut
mean-
the fool? Because,
mean-
and I can't help but have empathy for her because you done gave this man 7 years and you hinting about it and nothing, and then you go, I'm sure she's like, who is this floozy? You ain't even known her a hot 10 minutes and you done gave her a ring. But it's
Yeah.
that's just what happens. When a man knows, he knows.
Okay, then we'll tie it to Black History. We gonna tie it back to Black History Month to this whole conversation. Was it a movement or a moment?
Was it? We back to Black History Month?
We back to
That was a
Black
movement.
No,
That was a movement for me.
that was a movement.
It was a movement for me because it did what it was supposed to do. It got people talking all over social media. It got people being more aware. Like, it was white people on TikTok. It was like, if you thinking that Kendrick Lamar's halftime show, you were mad about it, and they just started reeling off the things that you needed to go back and look at.
No, I'm talking about your relationship.
Oh,
The
relationship.
ring. I'm talking about
Okay.
the ring. We connecting that back.
Okay,
In
so
your life, was that
okay.
a movement or a moment?
Which part? Her stalking
the
me
ring.
after,
Yeah, you got the
after
ring.
I got the ring?
Yeah, you done flew in there 4 or 5 months. You done got the ring. Was that a movement or a moment?
That was, I don't know if I could say that it's either. I guess it would have to fall in the line with the movement because, you know, he became my husband, and just so that I can put it out there, this young lady happens to live in Orlando now too. And she's been happily married for many years. Me and my ex-husband, obviously, we're not together anymore. But she found someone, and that's her life partner. So life turns out the way it's supposed to turn out.
And that's why I was looking at it, and I don't know what made me think about that, because I may have went in, I had an open mind, had no expectations, and what I thought maybe was going to be a moment,
Mm-hmm.
where I knew it was a movement when I stopped doing some of the other stuff.
Yeah.
I
And
ain't,
I'm
hey,
sure,
hey,
does it feel more fulfilling?
yeah,
In your,
man.
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because you can
yeah.
have so many women and you can be doing so
I
many
was a
things.
bad boy for a long time,
but
man.
you don't feel full.
I was a bad boy for a
Like
long
you
time.
still feel very empty. But when you get your person
Yeah.
and that person you do everything with, you can go everywhere with, it feels different. It hits different. I know that for a fact. It hits different.
Now, let me say this.
Okay.
It's 2025. We are engaged. We're not married yet.
Okay.
But if she put me, let me look at the camera. That camera right there. If she put me back on the street in 2025, it's gonna be a damn movement. I'm telling you right now.
So have y'all set a date? I mean, I don't mean to apply no pressure, but pressure applied.
Nah, no, we ain't set no date yet.
Okay, well, I'm gonna need y'all to get to that.
If I come back on the streets in 2025, it's gonna be a movement.
We in 2025, so what we talking
That's
about?
what I'm saying.
So it means y'all need to make a date.
She better get it right.
All right. Well, there it is, Shan. We waiting on the date, ma'am.
I probably gonna be able to get it.
Look, we can announce it on the 20th of March at King's. What am I saying?
Here you go.
At Hicks Seafood. We can announce it on March 20th if you like.
She gonna be like, "What the hell did you say on that show? Why would you say such?"
Again, just a reminder, we'll be at Hicks Live. We'll be at Hicks Seafood on March 20th. They're located at 60 East Main Street in Apopka. We would love to see you there. It is a free evening for everybody, free entertainment. That is not to be confused with free drinks and free food. It is free entertainment. Come out and see us. Come out and answer some questions, and we would love to have you.
And remember, it's an adult conversation.
Yes.
Come with an open mind.
Yes.
And some of you men, I don't know why I have to keep making this disclaimer, but I'm gonna make it anyway. You don't have to sit next to your significant other, because some of y'all be getting chumped during the show. You don't be honest, and you be all with all the mushiness with your answers. If we're gonna help one another, man, listen, I'm putting out a plea out here to the men. If we're gonna help one another, we gotta be honest.
Absolutely.
Black people,
That's
if we
what
gonna
it's
help
all about.
right.
You gotta tell your truth.
Listen, man, if we're gonna help one another, we gotta be
Tell
honest.
your truth.
Tell your truth.
Yeah, and there's gonna be it's like an indoor outdoor vibe. So there's gonna be cigars there for the men, hookahs for the ladies and the men.
Drinks.
There's gonna be drinks. There's gonna be food. There's gonna be other entertainment. Jared is going to be there playing the saxophone with his band. So it's going to be an amazing night. We definitely want to see you in the building.
See, the violin gonna get your mind right,
We
to get you all nice and soothed.
Exactly.
So
we
you
thank
get some
again
food, a drink.
for the people that are bringing us out to you at Hicks. It's being powered by B&L Brothers. We appreciate them and all the support that they give us and show us. We thank Let's Talk Nation
Absolutely.
for the
Always.
platform as always. And we look to see you all there. Got any closing remarks? Anything you want to add to it, friend?
I did, but you just made me forget it.
I'm sorry.
And I'm trying to think of.
Trying to get
I
in
gotta
all
start
my
getting some-
plugs.
and I gotta think of some roads. I gotta be nice before I go out the air, so I can. I'm gonna sleep in my car tonight.
Right. Please get it together. We don't want you in the car.
But come on out, man. Get there early. Have dinner. Have drinks. We're gonna start promptly at 8 o'clock.
Amen.
Promptly at 8 o'clock.
Amen.
And listen
Promptly.
At me. And
Get there at 7:30. How about that?
Listen at me talking about something promptly, and I'm late for everything.
I'm sitting on the stage waiting on him to get there so we can start.
Promptly at 8 o'clock. Get your drink, get some food, man. Come out, let's have
Yeah,
adult
it's gonna be a
conversation.
great evening,
It's gonna
y'all.
be a good time. We're gonna have a good time. That's all I got, friend.
All right. Well, we're going to go to a commercial break. We thank you for coming. We hope to see you on March 20th. Have a great evening.
Have a great evening.